I feel lonely. I feel lonely even when I'm surrounded with people. I feel lonely even when I have countless smartphones and laptops to connect to anyone across the world. I can speak to anyone with the click of a button, but yet I feel lonely. This is sadly one of the most ironic truths of our generation. We have so many resources to connect to people. We have social media, we have smartphones, we have laptops to be able to connect to people with just a click of a button, and yet we feel lonely today. What is the reason behind it? We are going to find out in this particular video, and also in this video we'll talk about how to avoid and get rid of this loneliness. So if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I focus on the science of motivation and life lessons, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy all my other videos as well. So do subscribe and do share this video with your friends. Now, how do we actually define loneliness? Loneliness is a complex mental and emotional phenomena, the base of which is a powerful emotion that has a huge survival value for children. In fact, all of us have experienced some degree of neglect, if only for a short time, and remember the painful and scary feeling that goes along with it. This is what loneliness really is. And even if we get an inch closer to this idea or feeling of loneliness, we have this sudden anxiety or panic attack that makes us feel very much vulnerable. And that makes us question our entire reality and makes us question our entire existence in general. So it's very much important for us to understand this particular feeling in order to avoid feeling lonely at any particular moment of time. In fact, if we talk about loneliness, we can feel lonely even when you are in a crowd or with closest of your friends or family. That means that loneliness doesn't actually depend on the quantity of people, but with quality. It's more about the feeling of neglect that can happen with really anyone. And if you think you belong to this category, do watch this video till the end, because I'm going to share some really important tips and tricks on how to avoid feeling lonely and how to understand yourself better, to be able to work on yourself and to be able to become a person who is always self-dependent and happy by himself or herself. So here are some ways you can avoid feeling lonely. The first way is that you must understand that loneliness is a feeling and not your way of life. So whenever you are feeling lonely, it is most often because something or someone has triggered a memory of that feeling of neglect that comes from your childhood. And only because of that trigger, only because of that feeling being activated right again, it is making you feel the idea of being vulnerable. It is making you feel lonely at this particular moment. So it's very much important to understand that this idea of loneliness, this feeling of loneliness is just a feeling and it is not going to stay with you forever. So this is not your way of life, but it is a feeling at this particular moment of time. And it is coming because of certain triggers that you must understand, certain triggers that you must pick in general aspect of your life as well. That these are certain things that always makes me feel lonely. These are certain things that always makes me feel vulnerable about my own life. So try to understand those triggers, try to understand those points, and then try to change how you deal with those triggers. So this is one really good way to understand your loneliness and to be able to work upon it. Because just being aware of this fact that you're feeling lonely at this particular point and not the idea that your entire life is lonely or you're destined to be lonely all your life would give you a much better exposure on to finding the solutions to be able to get rid of this loneliness, to be able to get rid of this feeling. Because that's what we do, right? Whenever you're feeling anxious, whenever you're feeling stressed, we try to do something that makes us get rid of that stress or anxiety. It's the same with loneliness. You're not destined to be lonely, you're not destined to be alone all your life. It's just this matter of phase. It's just this time right now that is making you feel lonely, and being able to understand that is the first step towards working upon this. The second way to avoid feeling lonely is to become vulnerable. Now this might sound like a really bad advice, but trust me, it has a very important purpose, and it can definitely help you a lot to avoid this idea, to avoid this feeling of loneliness. And I'll tell you why. Think about all the conversations you have on a normal day. What does it look like? You say hi to one of your friends, they ask you how you're doing, you say I'm doing good, and slowly the conversation is over. It's the same with our colleagues or our boss or our professor. That means most of our daily conversation is all about hi and hello and how are you doing. That is very often on a very formal note. And that particularly means that we can never accept to become vulnerable in front of them. We can never talk about what we are really feeling in front of them. Now imagine another scenario. Imagine that you're talking to your best friend on a very fine day after a long time. Now when you talk to your best friend, how does that make you feel? Do you feel special? Do you feel good about your life? Do you feel very much relieved and relaxed? And have you ever thought why does it happen? It actually happens because with your best friend, you're being at your most vulnerable state. You're able to express your emotions, you're able to talk about whatever you want without any judgment, without any fear of being judged by them. And this is why it makes you feel relieved. This is why it makes you feel very much relaxed and excited about that particular conversation. So this is what vulnerability really means. It means to be able to present yourself the way you really are. In normal day-to-day life, it's really hard for us to be vulnerable in front of everyone we meet, because we cannot just talk about our emotions with everyone else. And this is why it's so much important for us to focus on the right people, to be able to have such people in our lives with whom we can share all our intimate details. And this is when you feel much more relaxed, and this is where the idea of loneliness slowly fades away, because it makes you feel special, it makes you feel belonged to. And this is the part we must really focus on. And if you don't have such friends, if you don't have such people you can definitely talk to, try meeting more people, try opening yourself up. And the moment you start doing that, you would feel much more relaxed about your own life. You'll be able to accept yourself better, and you'll be able to define your idea of loneliness in a much vague manner as well. So it's very much important for us to be vulnerable and to be able to talk about our emotions, to make sure that we don't feel lonely at any particular moment of time. The third way to avoid feeling lonely is to practice self-compassion, and I think that's the most important part here. Because whenever you are compassionate towards yourself, whenever you're kind towards yourself, you are able to understand yourself, you are able to accept yourself, and then you are able to work upon yourself in a much kinder way, in a much relaxed manner. And that's the most important tip here. So imagine a scenario when your friend is going through some struggle, whenever your friend is going through some trouble, what and how do you see them? You often see them with kindness, right? You often see them with much more kindness. You often try to help them out. You often try to help them out to make a much better decision. But how do you treat yourself? How do you see yourself whenever you are in struggle? Whenever you are emotionally disturbed, how do you see yourself? We often see ourselves with pity. We often see ourselves with judgment, and we often see ourselves with much of rudeness. And this is what we need to change. We should be able to understand ourselves. We should be able to practice self-compassion and empathy for ourselves as well. And this is when your idea of loneliness will slowly fade away. And that's the most important part. The fourth way to avoid feeling lonely is to be experimental with your habits. That means you really need to try out new things. So if you don't like going out, try going out once in a while. If you don't like talking to people, try exploring that part as well. Try to talk to few people, try to talk to more people, try to talk with strangers as well. Because when you try to be experimental with your habits, you try to break out of your comfort zone. So this would give you much satisfaction, and this would give you much more better understanding of self and much higher confidence about yourself as well. And the moment you get much higher confidence about yourself, the idea of loneliness would slowly go away, and you would definitely feel much better, much accepting of yourself. So that's a very important part, to be experimental of your habits and to always do things that make you step out of your comfort zone. The fifth way to avoid feeling lonely is to get to know your emotions better, because very often the idea of loneliness comes from within, and that is very much deeply rooted in our subconscious belief system, that is very much deeply rooted in our core beliefs, and that very often comes from our childhood conditioning or some past traumas. So it's very much important for you to be able to figure out those traumas, to be able to figure out those core beliefs, and to understand your childhood conditioning as well. So it's very much important for you to be aware of those particular things, and for that I think seeking professional help is always the best way out. Try seeking out help from a therapist or a counselor or a life coach, whoever helps you, and that way you'll be able to understand your loneliness in a much better way. You'll be able to work on your patterns, you'll be able to work on your habits, and that would definitely help you a lot into working on your life, into doing the things that you really want from your life. So this is all about the video, and I hope you like this video, and if you do like, comment and share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thank you so much.